Hello, my name is Andrew Matias, and I'm a second year at the University of California, Irvine. This is my video essay application for the Fall 2009 Semester at Sea Diversity Abroad Scholarship. I remember driving up to Mammoth with my youth group when we stopped at a gas station in what seemed like the middle of nowhere. As my friends and I were exiting the convenience store, we heard an old man murmur, "I've come here for 15 years and never seen so many Chinese." My youth group was mostly Japanese, and a few of them were outraged by the man's comments. I didn't realize it yet at the time, but not everyone was as diverse as they could have been. According to Merriam-Webster Online, diversity is defined as the condition of being diverse. Well, what does that mean? Diversity means it is composed of distinct or unlike elements or qualities. It can be in anything, from different groups of ethnic backgrounds, religious backgrounds, or economic backgrounds. In that sense, I am unusually diverse, stemming from very different backgrounds. My father came from the lush tropical islands of the Philippines, and my mother the subarctic colds of Russia. On top of that, my father was raised as a Catholic, and my mother Jewish. Fortunately for me, they came together and met. Unfortunately, I grew up in a rather undiverse city of South Pasadena, California. Both my high school and my college have been in areas that were predominantly Caucasian and Asian. In light of this, I found myself hanging out in a group of friends that was mostly Asian. I was constantly surrounded in a mixture of various Asian cultures, including Filipino, Chinese, Korean, and Japanese. I got so used to being with Asians and immersed in their cultures, traditions, and customs that I became extremely comfortable around them and wondered how I would feel without them. Curious to see how others felt, I asked some people from similar backgrounds a few questions and was not very surprised with their results. When placed in a room full of strangers of mixed racial groups such as Asians, African Americans, and Caucasians, the majority of the interviewees stated that they would feel slightly less comfortable in the room full of African Americans. One said that it is not that they are bad people, it is just that the stereotypes of a few have ruined it for a whole. When asked why they would feel slightly less comfortable, nobody could give me a clear and definite answer. Many of them have believed it to be an accumulation of past experiences and thoughts, ideas, and rumors from their friends. In fact, one person went on to tell me that they had recently met an African American man from Portugal. When they asked him where he was from and he replied Portugal, they persistently asked him until he said Ethiopia, quenching their desire. Hearing these responses led me to discover metacognition. Metacognition is an awareness and understanding of thought. I was ashamed of myself for initially having similar responses to my own questions and realized a change within me was necessary. On another note, I used to think that the majority of students went to college after high school. Not too long ago, I realized I was wrong. In the city I grew up in, the public school system was relatively good and pushed their students to seeking further education. The majority of graduating seniors would pursue bachelor's degrees, and some would even aspire for master's and doctorate degrees. However, just down the street and across the bridge, the neighboring school systems were not the same. There, students were pushed into finding jobs immediately after high school. On the other side, students of the bridge were able to establish professional careers and live successful lives. However, students across the bridge ended up going through several jobs without ever firmly establishing themselves in a career. The children of both these students then learn to follow in their respective parents' footsteps, and the cycle perpetuates itself generation after generation. Sadly, not much has been done yet to fix this problem. Going to college has truly awakened me to how blessed and fortunate I am. My parents both worked full time and were able to provide for me much more than simply a roof over my head and food to eat. As a child, I had the opportunity to visit the Philippines. Seeing firsthand the fields of squatter homes made out of cardboard made me appreciate the living standards in the United States. And more importantly, it opened my eyes to the values of hard work and a solid education. I am both thankful and grateful that I've been accepted into the Semester at Sea voyage because of the opportunity it will give me, not only to see the world, but also to be submerged into a diverse group of students from all over the country. My college is only an hour's drive from my hometown, and because of this, I have yet to fully experience being out in the real world on my own. I look forward to stepping out of my comfort zone and explore the world and learn as many different things as possible from as many different types of people as possible. John F. Kennedy once said, "If we cannot now end our differences, at least we can make the world safe for diversity." Facilities such as the Cross-Cultural Center and the LGBTR on my campus help people develop a sense of understanding for different cultures, which eventually would make the world safe for diversity. I hope that my experience with a diverse group of students aboard the ship will only further pique my interest in learning and appreciating the cultures of the world. Although in the grand scheme of things, one semester is a short time, the experiences, values, and relationships I build along the way and take home with me on this voyage will last a lifetime. Thank you for viewing my video essay submission and for considering me for the Fall 2009 Semester at Sea Diversity Abroad Scholarship. I look forward to seeing you all this fall, and until then, peace be the journey.